Shukaku, better known as One Tail, is one of the nine-tailed beasts. It came into being when created by Hagoromo Otsutsuki, who used his creation of all things technique shortly after his victory over the Ten Tails, thus separating the being's chakra and splitting it into 9 separate entities that would come to be known as the tailed beasts, so as to ensure that the 10 tails would never resurface after his death. Soon after creating them, Hagoromo stored them within himself in order to not only take care of them, but also teach them to trust and help humans. Before his death, Hagoromo sent Shukaku to live in a temple built to protect him in a desert region, which would later become part of the Land of Wind and where Sunagakure would be built. Despite this, it was said that it was once the corrupted spirit of a Suna monk that turned into a demon, but is actually a tailed beast. Sunagakure, for a long time, had this tailed beast in its possession since it was left sealed inside a kettle, but later it was originally sealed inside its first jinchūriki. Shukaku was sealed in a priest named Bunpuku, its first jinchūriki. He was locked in a cage because he had the beast inside him. In his subconscious, during a conversation, the beast asked the jinchūriki if he was upset because, despite being a priest, people rejected him. The priest told him that if he was separated from him, he would be dead for being a jinchūriki. Shukaku tells the priest that he reminds him of the Sage of the Six Paths. The priest becomes emotional and breaks down in tears and tells Shukaku that they are the kindest words he has received from him. Sometime later, the first Kazekage, along with the other first Kage, was invited by Hashirama Senju to the first 5 Kage summit. The first Kazekage tried to use his possession of the Shukaku as leverage to gain wealth for his nation, rather than wanting to gain another tailed beast. In the past, when Shukaku was sealed within its second host, the third Kazekage, after years of research, was inspired by Shukaku's sand control when creating the Iron Sand fighting style. But late, when Karura became pregnant with Gaara, her husband, the fourth Kazekage, had Chiyo seal Shukaku into Gaara while he was still in the womb, because, among their 3 children, Gaara was the only one compatible with the beast. Before Karura dies after giving birth, she passionately tells her son that she would protect him, and according to her husband, her love seeped into the sand and formed his automatic defense. However, Gaara could not properly control Shukaku's powers, killing or injuring several of Suna's shinobi and citizens by accident. Shukaku did not hide his hatred towards humans, warning Gaara not to sleep too long or he would possess him. Deemed a failure, the fourth Kazekage chose to test his son one last time, ordering Yashimaru to assassinate him and also tell him that his mother never loved him, and that she was used as a human sacrifice for the sealing process. Gaara failed the test, fully unleashing the enraged Shukaku, which the fourth eventually used his gold dust to subdue Shukaku. Later, during the invasion of Konoha, Gaara transforms into Shukaku's released form during his fight with Naruto, who subsequently summons Gamabunta. After Gaara exposes himself on top of Shukaku's head and uses the sleep induction technique, Shukaku takes full control of his body and engages them. Shukaku's power is too much for Gamabunta to handle, forcing him and Naruto to use combined transformation to assume the form of the Nine Tails in the anime. Gamabunta uses the transformation's claws and teeth to grab and restrain Shukaku, allowing Naruto to manage to awaken Gaara with one punch, suppressing Shukaku's power. During a filler arc, a student of Gaara's is kidnapped by some ninjas from Takumi's village, intending to attract Gaara's attention to capture him. His objective is to use Shukaku's chakra to revive Takumi's village's ultimate weapon, Saimai. Fortunately, Gaara manages to prevent Shukaku from taking power and kills Saimai with the Great Funeral of the Desert. About 2 years after the Chunin exams in Konoha, another exam is held between Konoha and Suna. During this event, Gaara is attacked by Hoichi, who uses a Bunpuku Fuinjutsu to subdue Gaara and begin transferring Shukaku's chakra into himself. However, the extraction is stopped by the intervention of Niji Hyuga, who uses his gentle fist to block the chakra points from which the Shukaku was being extracted, thus repelling the currents. The Kazekage's rescue. During Gaara's time as the 5th Kazekage, Akatsuki's Deidara and Sasori are assigned to capture Shukaku. During the battle between Gaara and Deidara, Gaara manifests Shukaku's arms multiple times to attack the Akatsuki member. After Deidara defeats Gaara and takes him to Akatsuki's lair in the Land of Rivers, Shukaku is forcibly extracted from Gaara and placed inside the demonic statue of the Outer Path. Though the extraction kills him, Gaara is resurrected through Chiyo's own life reincarnation, still retaining the ability to control sand. In the Fourth Ninja War, Obito Uchiha captures the tailed beasts and becomes the jinchūriki of the 10 Tails. Later, when Naruto and Sasuke manage to stop Obito, Shukaku's chakra, along with that of the other beasts, began to be released. At first, his chakra couldn't be captured because he didn't find a connection due to not having shared chakra with Naruto before. However, Gaara, having been the jinchūriki in the past, functioned as a link that captured the chakra with his sand and thus helped to pull the tailed beast's chakra chain in collaboration with the Alliance. Upon being freed, Shukaku recognizes Naruto, and in the anime, he remembers the fight he had against him. Despite showing reluctance at Gaara's request to help him seal Madara Uchiha, Shukaku decides to help, just for the opportunity to best Kurama. Later, Madara quickly summoned the demonic statue of the Outer Path from Obito's body, and used the Rinnegan to repel the tailed beasts including Shukaku. Madara then proceeds to chain them up and prepares to seal them back in the statue. As Madara begins the process with Shukaku, Gaara intervenes, declaring his refusal to let Madara obtain his former tailed beast. Shocked by how determined Gaara is to protect him despite his negative past, Shukaku remembers Bunpuku's words of wisdom. From this, Gaara explains that he is grateful to Shukaku because it was thanks to Shukaku that he finally found his first friend, Naruto. Afterwards, Madara had all the tailed beasts sealed inside the demonic statue. Later within Naruto's subconscious, Shukaku, Kurama, and the 8 Tails found the young jinchūriki speaking with the spirit of Hagoromo Otsutsuki. After the other 6 tailed beasts manifest to attend the meeting, they all voice their shared belief to the sage that Naruto is the child of the prophecy. As Naruto fought Madara, Shukaku aided Naruto by lending him its magnetic chakra and sealing ability, which he combined with his Rasengan to deal a killing blow to Madara. During the battle against the Kaguya, Shukaku and the other tailed beasts continue to support Naruto, giving him their combined powers to subdue it. Kaguya is defeated by Naruto and Sasuke, who use the 6 paths, Chibaku Tensei, to eject all the tailed beasts from her and seal her within a newly created moon within her own dimension. After Hagoromo's spirit along with the spirits of all the former Kages summon both the tailed beasts and Team Kakashi back to the real world, the beasts begin to discuss their plans for the future. After Sasuke, revealing his true intentions, quickly subdued the tailed beasts with his Rinnegan and sealed them all within his Chibaku Tensei, Naruto reassured them that he would save them once more. After Naruto was able to defeat and reform Sasuke, the two dispelled the infinite Tsukuyomi and Sasuke freed Shukaku, along with the other tailed beasts, from their prisons. 15 years after the Fourth Shinobi World War, Shukaku contacted the Kazekage to inform him that he had lost contact with the 8 Tails. Shukaku confirmed that its connection to the other tailed beasts and Naruto was still intact. Stating that he had a bad feeling about the matter, he left Gaara to deal with the matter as he saw fit. Later, while Gaara was fighting Urashiki Otsutsuki, Shukaku arrived to aid his former host. Together, the two were able to seal the enemy. Knowing that the seal would not keep Urashiki for long, it was decided that Kankuro, Shinki, and Boruto Uzumaki would escort Shukaku to Konoha for safety while Gaara would return to Suna to recover. To make sure Urashiki didn't sense his chakra, Shukaku willingly sealed himself inside a small kettle. During their journey, they were intercepted by 4 of Urashiki's puppets. Kankuro decided to face the threat alone, while Boruto and Shinki moved on with Shukaku. But later Shukaku and taken into the Uzumaki family, Himawari immediately took a liking to the miniaturized tailed beast, treating Shukaku like a toy. While alone and taking a nap, his kettle form was mistaken for trash and taken to a junkyard. As Shukaku was about to be thrown into a garbage compactor, Himawari, who was desperately looking for Shukaku, activated her Byakugan and quickly saved Shukaku. Amazed by Himawari's genuine concern, Shukaku became kinder to her and openly admitted to Kurama that humans can be a lot of fun. Later, when Naruto started to move Shukaku to a new hiding place, Shukaku waved Boruto and Himawari away with his tail. Hey, did you like the summary? If so, comment what you think, and remembering that we have videos every week where I do amazing summaries like this one, so if you don't want to miss any summaries like this one, subscribe to the channel. I guarantee you won't regret it. And while I'm staying here, thanks, I went.